Hey guys, I am going to do my review on Jon Renau's Felicity. So I don't know if it will let you see that. It doesn't look like it wants you to see it. There we go. Felicity. And this is in shade 4. Very simple, kind of a natural tone. So right out of the box, this is what Felicity does. This is how it comes after, I've kind of brushed it out. Now, I will say this right here is a feature that I'm not a big fan of. I think to me it looks very unrealistic. So what I do is I just kind of mess it up a little. Just so that way that's not so uniform. So there we go. See? Really simple, really easy. So I've taken some notes. Let me tell you what I'm doing and keep looking at and reading. I've taken some notes since I've been wearing this wig for a couple of weeks now. The length of this wig is perfect. If I turn around and you can see the back, it sits perfectly. And then having that little bit of wave and curl there in the back, I have yet to have knots and tangles in this wig. I love it. I have quite a few other wigs by Jon Renau as well. And I get knots and tangles and, the little ratty ends and stuff very quickly. But this one, it doesn't. This is kind of my favorite wig. So the curl pattern, when you mess it up, to me is a lot more natural looking because there's more than one layer. So this top layer is a little bit shorter and it has a curve like that. So it's a really natural looking curl pattern. Now when I look at the structure and how the cap fits, this is the most comfortable wig that I own. I don't own any other wig that's as comfortable as this one. It's a regular size cap, but it fits more like a regular large, or just right on the border there of being a large cap. And the one thing that bothers me is a lot of them, the temple tabs truly stop right here. And I get that that's their purpose and where they should be, but I prefer them to be lower. So this one, the temple tabs are right here. They're right there at the top of my ear. Love it. Absolutely my favorite. That feature right there is the longest temple tabs that I have. There's flyaways on my face and it's in my eye. I'm sorry. Okay. This is the only Jon Renau wig that I have that is just one color. A lot of the other ones have highlights. They have, they're 633 or, they're caramel ribbon. This is the only one that I have that is just 4. I have 433, 430. I have, Midnight Cocoa. But this is the only one that's just 4. And it's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought that this wig was going to be very monotone and I wasn't going to enjoy it. But I will say, I don't know if it comes up or not, but the color is wonderful. It's very natural looking. It blends in so well with my natural hair that, it could be my hair. Still looking at my notes. So it's a very rich color, but it's not monotone. It's not one shade of brown. There's a couple different shades, variant in that dark brown spectrum that gives you such a nice natural looking 4. It's really It's really nice. One thing about the lace front wigs and the monofilament, because that's what this is. This has a whole lace top. So that's the monofilament, and then you've got your lace front. Now, the wigs that have this like transition piece where they have connected the lace front with the monofilament top, and a lot of times where they connect those, you have this harsh line, and it's really easy to see it, especially on the dark wigs. This one, that line is further back, so it's not, right there. And I don't know, it just blends in so much better. I like it. So even though this one kind of has a weird curl pattern, if I don't pay attention and kind of ruffle it up, but this is ultimately the most comfortable wig I have, and my go-to wig. Now, I do want to try kind of steaming it a little bit, because this is not a heat-friendly wig. I can't use a straightener on it. I can't use a curling iron. I've got to use the steam. So I'm going to give that a try and see if I can just kind of like lessen that harsh curl that's right there on the ends. But I'm going to take this off because I want to show you guys the monofilament. I'm kind of a monofilament snob, honestly, because I prefer that over. Oh, it went black on me. That was weird. Okay, off with the wig. So here we go. I have my nylon cap underneath, and I'm doing that specifically because it is a monofilament top. And so you've got this, can't really see it, but you've got this lace part that's all on the top. And that's just where each little hair is kind of tied in there. And then you have your lace front. And then here is that transition piece that I was talking about, that in some of my other wigs is so harsh that I feel like I have to put like foundation or on it to, blend it in a little. And I hate doing that because then it gets on the hair and then it's a whole process of its own. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to putting on the wig. I want it to just kind of be ready to be put on. I don't want to have to really prep it. So I don't know if you can really see that too much. I'm trying to get it really in the light. But you can part it anywhere with that monofilament, and so that's a feature that is always my preference. Not all of my wigs have that monofilament top. Some of them have a monofilament part, which is okay. It's not my favorite. But every wig has its own little thing that I like and don't like about it, so I can't be too picky. And I think that's really it for Felicity. I mean, I didn't want to get this wig. Well, see, look, you can see all the different shades of the color. I didn't want to get this wig. I really didn't. I was very concerned with their product pictures because one of them, it just looks real like scrappy and it just didn't look very good. And then one of their pictures was like a real glammed up girl and her hair was like just outdated, and I was very concerned with that. Now, I did watch a review where when she put it on, I was like, no, I'm buying that wig. So don't just go buy product pictures. Don't. Search YouTube, search the web, and read up on how other people feel about it. Watch videos and see how it looks on other people, and try and don't stick with just people that come up in your initial search. Sometimes videos, you got to dig for them. So that's what I recommend. is do your research, because these are not cheap. It's not like going and buying a $20 wig at the costume store. These wigs are over $100. And for this to be a full monofilament top, I think for its price range is really well, because most of them you're looking at $200 to $600 when they have a monofilament top. So I mean, other than that, do your research. It's an investment. That's what these are. These are ultimately an investment, if this is what you're into. And I would like to note one other thing about this wig is, even though you have the monofilament top here, you do have the open wefts. I'm going to turn this inside out, make it easier. Okay. So you have the open wefts down here. Now the wefts really aren't too far apart. I don't think that it's like a high density or anything like that. I think it's a very natural density to it. But the roots on the wefting part have a little bit of like crimping, and it's not permatease. Very much so not permatease. There's no permatease in this wig. But it gives it that feel like permatease. I don't know if I can get this on the camera. If you guys know what permatease is, you know what I'm talking about. But this isn't little hairs that are coarse. It's just crimped. The roots are crimped. So it looks like it's tangled or matted, but it's not. It's just like crimped. It's just like the volume added to it. And it's throughout. It's not just, right here at the crown. It's all the way down, which was very strange for me at first. I didn't understand it. I get it now. I'm fine with it now. But it was a little bit of a process to go, why is there so much body down here? It's weird. But it's not. It's really nice once you get used to it. I didn't have any trouble with it straight out of the box. The only thing I did was just ruffle it. Other than that, it's a really good wig. So that is my review of Jon Renau's Felicity. Thanks, guys.